Um, I'm gonna say no.
Are you 18 or over?
I'm 26.
Okay. Are you a male or female?
Non-binary.
You're non-binary. What was your gender at birth?
Um, I have blueberry.
A blueberry?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't like to disclose my sex because we're not getting intimate, you know?
Okay. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hey there, what's
Now
going on?
that was some funny stuff right there. That was blueberry. I don't even know what that was about, but
Well, you get to follow that act.
yeah. So your question is porn cheating?
That's the question. Yep.
No, absolutely not.
No, it's not. Okay. Why is that?
Because I think it's okay. I mean, well, I guess it depends if you come from a marriage or if you come from like, are you in a relationship? Like, depending, there's a lot of different demographics of relationships you can put, like from high school to college to marriage. But no, I personally don't think, as long as you have a healthy, I think if you're gonna, well, one, I'll speak from the if you're married and you have a porn addiction, if you're not like communicating that responsibly to your, obviously your significant other, yeah, that there might be an underlying issue there. But
Okay.
if you can like communicate that, but no, I'm not married, so I am in a relationship and I watch porn with my girlfriend, and it's healthy. I
It's
think that
healthy.
sometimes a lot, because I think a lot of times when I was younger, like, you know, males, females, doesn't matter, whatever. You get
Blueberries.
introduced to porn at a young age, and then
Mm-hmm.
it kind of transforms your mind that you're supposed to be at this standard, supposed to be at this expectation, and this is what porn does, which it can be very damaging. I'm not gonna lie, it can be damaging to psyche for a lot of individuals.
In what
But
ways can it be
I
healthy,
think
like
if
you said?
I don't know, I think that if you're honest about it, if you're in a relationship that you say, hey, this is what I'm into, sometimes it can help be an introductory thing to like certain. I don't know. I think everybody's got a little kink, is what I'm
Okay.
trying to say.
How much porn do you watch?
Honestly, not very much. Not like I used to. Like not when I was like a single guy. Like I have a girl I'm very fortunate for now. But yeah, there's been a couple times we have watched porn and it hasn't been weird. It's just been kind of like a. It's just been kind of a thing.
Okay. How long have you guys been dating?
Uh, Gosh, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Like
Yeah, I'm not
a
good. I'm
week
not
or
good with. I'm not.
a year, 5 years?
Oh, yeah, yeah, longer. Yeah, it's probably, dude. I'm telling you, it's longer than a week, less than 5 years.
It's a pretty big range.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why you need the specifics, but like porn cheating, like, so where do you stand on that?
Well, I think if you're in a committed monogamous relationship and you've said something like, I love you, only you, mind, body, and soul till death do us part, if you deviate from that, whether it's using a person on a screen or otherwise, I think that goes against the agreement and therefore it's cheating.
Okay, no, no, I get that. I
Yeah.
can respect that.
My question
But
is,
I think, yeah, at the same point, like I think that every person's like personal relationship within their own with their person is, I think everyone, if it's a healthy relationship, you have a healthy line of communication.
so I'm
You're
curious, how does masturbating while watching strangers enhance your relationship?
it's not necessarily masturbating. Like that's not, that's a little bit more. I
Oh,
guess
you don't
4.
masturbate when you watch porn?
Huh?
Do you not masturbate when you watch porn?
When I was, yeah, but that's like not when I, no, like, I guess what I'm trying to get at is that some couples find, porn to be a healthy entertainment. Like, hey, we can learn stuff from this, and it's nothing wrong if you want to replicate.
Hold on,
You know
hold
what
on.
I mean?
You couldn't figure it out without the porn?
What?
You couldn't figure it out without the porn?
I mean, I think anybody. No, I mean you can, but like, okay, like, so tell me about your. Okay, tell me about your personal situation. Are you a bachelor or what? What's your situation?
I've been married 13 years. I got 3 kids. I watched porn for 20 years, which escalated into physical cheating. It ruined my life, blew up my marriage. And I realized that
Okay, so
masturbating while watching
do you
strangers have
realize
sex
that?
on the internet is not really that good for the brain, one, and two, not good for
Okay.
relationships.
Okay. Well, I understand where you're coming from. Okay, I appreciate you sharing that. And I'm sorry you had to endure that. But
Yeah.
your circumstance is not the circumstance for everybody else.
Well, the brain science actually suggests that
I would never
the brain
cheat
scan
on-
the
I
brain
would
scan of a
never-
porn
I-
addict looks the same as a coke addict.
Okay, well, what's a porn addict? Like, you're saying, like, okay, I'm not a porn addict just because I admitted
I didn't
to
say you
watching
are.
porn.
I didn't say you are.
Yeah, no,
Do
I'm
you,
not
do you think
that-
you are?
No, absolutely not. Because
Okay.
I don't need it.
Okay. Well, again, I'm curious. What benefits do you get from masturbating while watching strangers have sex?
What benefits?
How does that enhance your relationship? You said you learned from it and you couldn't figure it out without it. What else?
Well, no, I can't. Okay, now you're putting words into my mouth. No, it's not putting that.
I'm sorry,
can't
I
figure
thought
it
you
out
said
without
that.
It's.
I asked
No,
if you
it's
couldn't figure
like-
it out, and you said,
I
you
think
said
there's.
yes.
I think maybe you just never been in a relationship with somebody that's kind of open body, like kind of open minded, and they don't close off to the idea that whatever makes somebody else happy, that you'd be willing to sacrifice too. And that does not mean cuckolds or anything like that. That's not what I'm getting at. But no, I think like any relationship you're going to be with, whether you make that person your husband or your wife, you got to have transparency. And I think that people look at porn. I think it's a curious mind. It's like curiosity killed the cat. Porn's porn. I don't judge people for that. I mean, that's their own business. And if and back to your question, I learned stuff through porn because there's stuff that I'm like, oh, you could do that with your body.
Okay. All right. How old were you when you started watching porn?
Honestly, I was one of the last people, actually, and I didn't even know what they were talking about, and that was probably when I started watching porn. I didn't watch porn. It was magazines.
Mm-hmm.
It was magazines.
Yeah, so you don't have to tell me your age, but you late 30s or so?
No,
No? Older?
or younger than that.
Younger than
I was late to everything. I didn't even know what masturbating was until I was like probably 17 years old.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing.
All right, yeah, cool beans, man. You take it easy.
All right. You too. Take care. Bye.
What's up, Coach?
Hey there. What's going on?
Oh man, hold on. I want to turn my live status off real quick. Personal shit.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think that it is cheating. Just to answer your panel question, I think it is very highly addictive. I think it is probably one of the most addictive things that you can do and get attached to it very quickly. And that's how I feel about it personally. I feel it's a very addictive thing. It's a relationship ruiner. It's bad for your mental state, like you were saying. there's a lot of things. There's a lot of negatives with it. Very small positives.
Do, yeah. Do you watch porn, or did you?
I currently am still addicted. Yeah.
Oh, you are. Okay. How long has
Yeah.
that been going on for?
Since I was 10 years old.
And how old are you now?
30.
Jeez, that sucks, man.
Yeah, dude.
It was one of my
Yeah.
first addictions ever.
Yeah. Well, you know it's not good for you. Why do you still do it? I get that you're saying it's an addiction for you, but what have you done to try to stop?
I've just like stopped. I mean, like I've stopped, masturbating and watching it, and like I'll go for a good amount of time, like a couple weeks or so, and then I'll just like have like a bunch of stress or
Hey, your audio keeps on kind of getting weird.
I'm sorry, dude. No, my microphone sucks. That's what it
Okay,
is.
got it.
But no, I just I've stopped like for some time, not a lot of time, bro. Like I'm not trying to say I've broken records or anything, but like I've tried. I haven't committed. Like that's the thing. Is
How
I'm
come?
trying to commit because I because I can't commit to myself, bro. That's the thing is that I want to and I know I need to do this and it would be better for my relationship and my life. And I am I suffer from addiction. And I think it's a very hard thing. That's why I'm up here, bro, is maybe to get advice from somebody
Yeah.
who was doing the same thing for 20 years straight.
Yeah. Well, first of all, man, you seem like you really genuinely want to stop, but I'd love to chat with you offline if you want to. I'm a coach. I help people with this. You can go to link in my bio. I have groups. You can do a one-on-one call with me if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check that out. How often are you watching porn?
Probably still every day.
Every day. Okay. And what's the most or the longest time that you've gone without watching it?
Probably like maybe 5 to 6 days. And then I had another time where I went 2 weeks. So about 14 days.
Okay.
I've
So
done
it's a-
that in the past for sure.
Yeah. Who else in your life knows that you struggle with it?
My significant other, my own family, like my mother, honestly. Because I mean, obviously, I was caught watching it as a kid. You know what I mean? So that's a fact. So I've had a crazy story, but like it's something that I genuinely do want to throw out of my life and completely get rid of it. I wish it was a ban. I wish there was a ban on it because I know that there's really bad infliction it can do to people, and I'm one of them.
Yeah. Do you think it's possible for you to stop?
I think anything's possible, but you got to put your mind to it, man. But also, I'm looking for, keys and like you were talking about talking one-on-one and trying to understand better ways to look at it or find some sort of different type of, I don't know. I'm right there, bro. Like I'm right there, bro.
Yeah. Have you overcome other addictions?
Yes, I have.
Okay. How'd you do that?
I thought about my family and everything I was going to lose.
Well, what do you think you might lose by continuing with the pornography?
My significant other doesn't like it, and she knows I struggle with addiction to it, and like she gets it, but she doesn't know that I have more self-guilt. I have more guilt about it than anything in the world. Like it's embarrassing to me, and I have self-hatred for it, and it actually upsets me, bro. And I'm happy that you're actually up here doing this because this is so serious, bro. It's people don't even know.
Yeah. No, I got it, man. I watched porn from when I was about 12 to 32 years old, and it really grips your life, and it's not fun. I would say what you're experiencing is more shame, not guilt. There's probably some guilt in there, but shame is I am bad, whereas guilt is I did something bad. Shame will just wreck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, I am guilty of it for sure. So you know what I mean?
I got
I
that.
know I
Yeah.
have guilt for it.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do?
Like for work,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in aerospace.
Okay. All right. So you're not dumb.
Not yet. If I keep doing
Not
it,
yet. You might fry your brain with the porn, but
might overload my brain, bro. Overheat.
yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, man. Shame festers in the darkness, but it can't stand being spoken to the light. So that's why I asked who else knows. And oftentimes, almost always, when I ask guys who else knows, it's their significant other and their mom. That's the most common answers I get.
I swear, yeah. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah. And the reason is because there's so much shame tied up with it, right?
Right.
So one, I mean, you've spoken it to the light here, which is great. Good job. But now it's like, well, what do you want to
Built
do with
up for
that?
so long, though. I've been trying
Yeah.
to get this out.
Yeah, totally. And there are ways to work on it, man. You know, the people who I see make the most progress are the fastest are the ones who get some sort of one-on-one help, you know, like a therapist, a coach, a counselor, some sort of group work, and then also education on the topic. What are you actually dealing with here? What are the consequences of it? And just wanting to change and do better in your life, which it sounds like you're wanting.
Very much, man. Very badly. And I have 2 little girls, and I want to be, you know, I want to be a man, bro. I don't want to be stuck in some childhood lifestyle, you know?
Yeah. Well, bro, I'd love to chat with you. I have groups. I'm a coach. My groups meet weekly. I don't want to tell you all the
You guys do
details here.
Discord, like,
We have a
yeah.
Discord, but it's a weekly Zoom call. It costs money. The best place to start is go to the link in my bio. It costs $1 for a 30-minute call. That's just a private call offline, and we can chat.
Yeah, when are you going to be done with this?
I'll probably be on for like 2 hours or so, but go ahead and schedule a call with me right now, man. I probably have availability tomorrow or Sunday.
Oh, I can schedule it on there?
Yeah, you can schedule it on there. Yeah.
All right,
And
perfect.
I mean,
You hear
I'd
that,
be
guys?
happy to.
This guy's trying to help.
Yeah, no, and seriously do it, man. Like I can tell you want to do this, and you know, I'd love to be part of that journey with you. I am trying to sell you on something, by the way. I'm trying to sell you on a better life for your future, for the sake of your
Right.
kids, yourself, your
And
significant other.
Another thing is that I think a lot of people that suffer with this addiction, you know, when you're suffering with an addiction, you don't really know where to start to climb out of the hole. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think me trying to pursue and acknowledging my addiction and trying to, you know, reach that, I think having the right guidance, I can get there for sure.
Totally. And you said something beautiful, right? You want to be a man. A better man is
Yes.
what I make of that, right? Step one, this
Yes.
comes from a book called To Be a Man. Step one is work on awakening from your condition, which is naming it, saying it. This is the problem, which you're doing that. Second, identify what you're feeling emotionally when you notice your desire to use pornography. So you got to name it and then figure out what's going on with you. Why are you conditioned to go look at pornography? What feelings do you have? What are you stressed or anxious or depressed about? And the next step is attuning to your body. Like, what are you actually needing in that moment? Visualizing doing something different other than numbing out by using pornography. Where the real magic happens is where you dive into the wounds of your past. Whatever was happening when you were 10 years old that got you in that situation, how you were introduced to pornography, what your family situation was like, to where that's the best tool that you had for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
So what we tend to do is we eroticize our wounds. Basically, there's a reason why we go to pornography. It makes us feel good. And it's really good at that, right? For a few
Yeah,
seconds.
a lot of the things that make you feel good aren't good for you.
It totally, yeah. So, well, we got to learn new tools, right? So there is a path, man. There's a great book. You know, if you schedule a call with me, oh, this button isn't working. There's a book I recommend called Unwanted by Jay Stringer. Book called Unwanted by Jay Stringer that I recommend to pretty much everybody who I work with, and it's a great guide on getting free from it. So,
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you, man, and thank you for your time.
yeah.
And I hope people open up their ears to you, man, and try to look at it differently than, I mean, the last guy that was in here, obviously he had a different look at it, but
Yeah,
I
that's
see
okay.
it from
We're all
a
at different places.
yeah, I see it as a completely different, whole monster. So
Yeah, totally,
I,
man. Schedule a call, all right?
I will. I got you, brother. Have a good night.
All right, man. Thanks for sharing. See ya.
Peace, guys. Peace.
Peace out. What's up, guy? Look, let's do one of those for that guy. Did that button work? I just redid my whole setup. I'm in my studio now, aka my garage, where all great ideas flourish. People's garages. I wish my husband found you. Well, I'm still here. Hey there. Oh, nope. That was an accident. Where are my regulars at? Who's there? Did I see Faith Duncan? I think I saw Fluff Too Cool for You. Haven't seen that one in a while. Danielle. Who else is here?
Can I ask you an example?
Hey there, what's going on?
Like, is it like acceptable that like you an apple? I know
What?
can be called is
Hello.
Hey there,
how
what's
we
going
doing?
on? I'm doing good, thanks. Is porn cheating?
Man, I gotta be honest, as someone who has a wife and two kids and also struggles with it, I gotta be honest, I gotta say yes. And I know it too, and that's really, really probably what makes it worse for me internally. It's kind of hard to open up about it, but I know that having that guilt deep down and knowing that the fantasies of it and how it blows everything out of proportion kind of ruins my take on things. And I'm growing spiritually and learning that.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for sharing, man. How long's it been a problem for you?
Man, truthfully, about 2.5 years. Once she kind of postpartum kind of took over and she wasn't even really wanting to be there for me emotionally, and I would never cheat on her, like, physically with another woman. I could never give that the interconnection of spirits, but still that internal sense of lusting for another woman, that in itself has to be cheating. It has to be.
Does she know that you do it?
Yeah, it's not any like crazy type, and we actually have tried watching it before together, try and spice it up. And she can't stand the way that it portrays women, and honestly, I just don't blame her, not one bit.
Yeah. How long has it been a problem for you?
So, like internally, like me personally, oh man, I mean, since high school, really. I mean, I got into it, but then it really became a problem after drugs became involved.
Got it. So, how mad is your wife?
Not too mad, but it's almost she knows that I can do better. She knows me, and it's never like, outlandish porn, like, that's just some of the ridiculous stuff out there. So, I mean, that to her is a plus. And it's also not like unrealistic. Like, I don't look at skinny girls when she's bigger or vice versa, if that makes sense. So it doesn't really hurt her self-confidence. It's more she's just sad with me, disappointed.
It's like I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, she almost feels like, what could I be doing different? And I like try to tell her it's not you, it's me and my perception of you.
Is she there? Can we get her on?
No, she's not. I'm actually going to see her for Christmas, which is funny. I'm going to trade school. I go to IT for my kids right now. I'm trying to learn network engineering and stuff. But I'm literally heading on the flight in about 3 hours. That's why I got to stay up all night. I saw your live.
Okay. All right. are you wanting to change this? Like, are you wanting to stop watching porn?
Yeah, so bad. I mean, even before I met her, it's been something that I know in the back of my head. I just can't be, because, I mean, I don't know if anyone else in your life is spiritual. I know for me, I was raised in almost a too strict of a religious environment, so it kind of pushed me away. But I'm slowly getting my way to finding my own relationship and understanding that lust is its own separate entity, and it can't be taken lightly. It can't be.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm
Roughly.
22
You
right
don't
now.
have to be precise. Okay, you're young, man. You're young. You're married. You got 2 kids. You're going to school. You're struggling with porn. You got a lot you're working with, man. Like, let's
Yeah,
just recognize that. Okay. So,
yes, sir.
so the question is, why do you turn to porn?
Almost the sense of that dopamine rush, that almost everything else seems minute. And it's almost, I go through so much, and it's no excuse. Like, again, I'm truly explaining it.
No, I got it. It's not an
I
excuse.
tried
It's an explanation.
Yes, sir. That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah. I really I struggle trying to figure out what my end goal in life is. And in doing that, while I'm here, I'm feeling like I'm running in circles, I'm just running in loops. And I guess when I get into a situation where I feel trapped and that is my escape, I try to turn to other things, and it always points back to that.
Yeah. All right, here's a quote for you. A man without a purpose or vision in life distracts himself with pleasure.
Man.
How's that sit with you?
So, I mean, it really just kind of changes my whole perspective of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, so when you don't have a meaning or purpose or
Because I
vision.
know I love my kids, man. Like, I know I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that. Right? And, like, where are you heading? And you're young, man. I get it. I got that. But when we kind of just wander around aimlessly.
To your
it's like,
chat, sorry, my connection is going bad. If you need to
Yeah.
cut out, I understand.
I can hear you. Go ahead. Maybe not anymore. You there?
Sorry, the internet connection's bad for me. I heard what you're saying, but I don't think you can hear me.
Yeah, no, I can hear you now. Oh, no, did I freeze? Did I freeze? I froze. My video froze. Hold on, what's going on?
Hey, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
That's right. Yeah, I can hear you. My video's frozen. Hold on a second. Actually,
Oh, you can still hear me. Okay, cool.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Cool,
All right.
right on.
So, what are you going to say to the chat?
So, and to the chat who's saying, like, if I don't care, or if I want to watch it, just leave. This is the woman of my dreams. I promise you, just because I'm saying this was a struggle that I was dealing with before I met her. So it's leaning into the relationship with her, and it has nothing to do with her. I love her, and she also understands me and understands my perspective. So she's known me for 7 years now. It's not anything that's new. I love her, and I want her to be my woman forever. And that's why I even care in the first place, really.
Yeah. So that pornography is bad for you, right? You came here and you said that right out of the gate. You know it's bad for her. You know it's bad for everybody. So how badly do you want to change?
I mean, insanely bad. I've tried every different route. I've tried creating a base to, to learn how to branch off of that, but I just don't know what to put as the stability for that to build off of in the
What
first
does that
place,
mean? You create a base.
metaphorically
What
speaking.
what does that mean?
Like you said, the foundation, because everything needs a foundation, and even the foundation needs a foundation. And like I learned that technique about dealing with addiction and how I have to just build it off of there, and I have to create that ground root, that purpose, like you were saying.
Yeah. Who else in your life knows that you struggle with this?
I'd say probably my dad, just because he has come to me before and talked to me about it, because he had his own struggles and he wanted me to know that I don't need to be doing it. And when he told me that, I opened up to him and I told him about me having the struggles. And my dad's just not really been present in my life, so it's just I don't really take advice from him well, because it's almost hypocritical whenever he tries to tell me anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't have your dad isn't somebody who you can go to for good sound advice on this.
Grace, that is a good recommendation.
What's that? Not using your search engine?
I think the internet's bad on my end. It's
Yeah, it
lagging
is.
for me. I don't want to take your viewers' times. I loved this conversation, and you just got to follow from me, sir.
All right, man. Thanks for sharing. Have a safe flight. See ya. Heather, what's going on? Long time no see.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the time.
Oh my gosh, she's so laggy. Heather, long time no see. And these are Christmas pajamas, by the way. The bottoms match. My whole family, we wore these tonight and went out and looked at Christmas lights. Hannah Anderson, spoiler alert, they're very expensive, but like the day after Christmas, you can get them for like 80% off. Okay? Go buy them for the whole family. My wife does it you trust me, you don't need a full view, because we'll just say that as a very large man, 6'7", almost 300 pounds, they don't fit very well. So I don't want to traumatize everybody. Okay. But at least I got some that I can almost fit in. Shy Butterfly. Hello. 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 Yeah, for a few years in a row, she got these pajamas for everybody, so we wear them on Christmas and stuff. Doing great over here. That's awesome, Heather. I love that. Hey there, what's going on?
Not much, bro. What's up with you?
Not much. Is porn cheating?
No,
No. All right. Tell me more.
just don't think it is. I don't even understand what's wrong with people that they're saying that it's cheating. It just seems more like a control thing or a jealousy or a pride thing.
Why do you think that is?
Just because I've been there myself when I was younger and immature and felt more controlling and full of pride, and I see the same behaviors in others. I'm very sexist.
You're very sexist? Is that what you said?
No, from both sexes.
Oh, from both sexes. Got it. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. How old are you now?
I'm 42.
42. How much porn do you watch?
Maybe twice a month.
Okay. Are you in a relationship?
Yes, sir.
Married?
12 years. No, we've been together 12 years. We just had a baby a month ago.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
A boy or girl?
Little girl.
Little
She
girl.
was 7
Cool.
weeks premature.
Mm.
Spent a month in the hospital.
Okay. Well, cool, man. She's healthy now?
Yeah, she's doing great.
Good. Good, man. So does your girlfriend know that you watch porn?
Yeah. I mean, we'll watch it together. Actually,
Watch
when
it
she had baby fever, she was coming home and just like putting one on, like saying, "Hey, we got work to do." You know, what I mean, she realized I wasn't a machine. You know what I mean anymore. You know, I'm not a teenager or man in my young 20s.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not a machine. So she was like, "Hey, She had baby fever. You know what I mean?
She had baby fever, so she had you watch porn. So what? That you could
So
get
we could
aroused.
get excited and get it on and get back to making dinner or something. Like it was very. It wasn't for pleasure. It just was. It was like a medical procedure almost.
It was a medical
At the
procedure.
time.
So watching strangers have sex was a
we were
medical procedure.
We're running out of time. I'm sorry.
Okay. Watching strangers have sex was like a medical procedure?
It was stimulating.
Uh-huh. Okay. So I'm curious why you needed that to arouse you instead of just her.
Because we weren't trying to like do foreplay and take our good old time and all that. We were trying to make a baby.
Well,
We have a busy lifestyle.
so the difference between like 3 minutes and 9 minutes is going to make or break it for you?
I mean, I don't know what. I wouldn't say all that. Not in 9 minutes, buddy.
What's that?
Not when I was taking my time, because I was like a very playful person most of my years.
Mm-hmm. What? All right. Is she there? Can we talk to her?
Yeah. Actually, you can if you want to.
All right.
Give me a second.
We'll wait. Don't worry.
Hey, just do wants to talk to you.
Why?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Hey there. How's it going?
Good.
I'm Austin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So your boyfriend's telling me how much you guys enjoy watching porn together.
Yeah, he's a fucking liar.
He's a liar? Why? Do you disagree?
Yeah.
No, I was telling him that we watched it whenever we were trying to make a baby.
Do you enjoy the porn that you guys watch together?
Yeah.
You do? So what's he lying about?
She's just embarrassed.
You're embarrassed? What are you embarrassed about?
Oh,
Do we?
she can talk. She's just a very private person. She wasn't ready
Yeah.
for me to say something like that out loud.
Yeah, she might not talk to you for a while, bro. Sorry about that.
Oh no, she's gonna talk just fine. Man, she's just looking at me like, "What the fuck?" She wasn't ready. I just ambushed her.
Okay. Do you have any other kids or just the baby?
Yeah, I got 2 other girls.
You have 2 other girls. So you got a wife and 3 girls.
I got a fiance of 12.
A fiance, and three daughters. Do you think that pornography is degrading to women?
I don't really care about what people and the decisions they make in their own lives. I mean,
It's not what I asked. I
people
asked
can do
if
what
you
they
think
want.
pornography is degrading to women.
No, I don't.
You don't.
I don't. I just think it's a tool. That's all it is.
Do you think
You
it's
know what I mean?
honoring?
I go
Do you
get
think
a
it's
shower.
honoring to
I go
women?
get a shower sometimes. You know what I mean? If I get stinky, I go get a shower. I don't wait around for my woman to give me a sponge bath. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Like it's like you have an itch, you take care of it. It is what it is. People choose the lifestyles they want. They do the professions they want. It's there. You go to the sperm clinic or whatever and try to donate sperm. They're going to give you porn because they understand that it's a stimulant, and that's all it is. It's a stimulant.
All it is a stimulant, a tool.
Yeah. Like I said with the whole ego thing, like you were trying to make it about like my woman and trying to see if you could make her feel degraded.
Who did that?
It seemed like that's the approach you were trying to take. Like
Oh, I was
Like
just
it's
curious.
degrading.
You said you guys enjoyed watching it together, and I was just interested in her
I
perspective.
never said we enjoyed watching it. And at no point did I say the word enjoy at all.
Okay.
I
Did
said she
you
she'd come home from work, she'd turn it on and be like, "Hey, we got work to do." She didn't say, "Hey, let's enjoy some porn together."
did you enjoy watching it?
Did I enjoy watching it?
Yeah.
It's not something I gave thought to. It just it helped out with the whole situation.
Did you enjoy it?
You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not like an on-off button. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need a stimulant. I'm 42 years old. She had baby fever. I had a job to do. However, it was needed to happen, to be that frequent, to have that much sex, to make sure we had a baby.
Interesting. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Is she back?
She's not. She's making
This is a serious question. Do you have PIED, porn-induced erectile dysfunction, where you can't get it up unless you have porn?
No.
So why did you need the porn?
It's not that I needed it. It's just to help assist things. Why did I need the porn? Because we were having sex all the time. All the time. And I just wasn't, I'm not a machine. She's like 7 years younger than me. So she's still got a little bit more spark about herself.
Mm-hmm.
And I could care less about ever having sex. Like I said, I only watch porn like maybe twice a month, if that. Sex isn't interesting to me anymore.
Why is that?
And it has nothing to do with porn. That's like blaming the freaky girls that I used to date that don't act a certain way. I'm not comparing my women to other freak people that I used to date. Did they ruin it for my future? No.
Why
Why
is sex not interesting to you anymore?
I don't know. Maybe because I'm on antidepressants. There is that possibility. But I just think it's just kind of pointless at this point.
Well, some antidepressants certainly do reduce sex drive. Did you notice a correlation from when you started them to having a reduced drive?
I mean, when I was taking a certain antidepressant, it completely ruined sex for me. Like I had no drive whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like I said, that is a personal factor in my life, but I don't know if that is actually to blame or not. I just know that that is a variable.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to have a sex drive, to have your sex drive back?
I mean, it's just not important to me.
It's not important to you, but
I mean,
she
she's
wanted a
not
baby,
complaining.
so she put.
We're on the same page.
Well, she didn't seem to have the same reaction when we talked to her. She said I can't remember the word she said, but she like disagreed with you.
I ambushed her. That's why I wish the dryer didn't go off, because she went over to go ahead and dress the bed over in the baby's room, and it ambushed her. But she was laying beside me whenever I requested. So I was hoping it would ambush her, because I thought she was still going to be in here with me.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I'm curious what spurred you to come on and talk to me.
Because it just seems like there's a whole lot of pride in here. A whole lot of it sounds like an AA meeting. You know what I mean? Like maybe people were out there having some serious problems with porn addiction. I don't know, but it just doesn't make sense to me, because to me,
is that a problem if people view this as a problem and they want to change? Is that a problem for you?
It's just weird. No, it's not a problem. It's just weird to me.
Why is that weird? If people think, which science backs up, that pornography is having a negative impact on their life and they want to change? Why is that weird?
Well, porn addiction is one thing, but the question at hand is it cheating? And
It's
I
a
was trying to answer
conversation
that
starter.
question.
It's a conversation starter.
Correct, but it's right on the screen. Is porn cheating?
Yeah.
That's why I requested. Is it cheating? No.
So
It isn't about what it takes to stimulate somebody. It isn't about the prideful thing to touch on. It's just about it is what it is.
So do you have eyes only for your fiance?
Absolutely.
What about when you watch porn?
When we watch porn, we're just watching porn. mainly watching. I mean,
Well,
I
how
don't
do you
know about the rest of
how
the
do you
world.
reconcile those
One,
things that you only have eyes for your fiance, but then you also masturbate while watching strangers have sex?
it ain't the stranger so much for me personally. It's just about like, for me personally, I like to watch the whole penetration type of situation. It isn't about the faces. It isn't about nothing else. It's about the sexual element of the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe people are emotionally invested into their porn and they're trying to write their porn, stars and everything. I don't know. I don't know what the rest of the world does, but to me, it's just a thing. It's not
Just a
something I
thing.
like sit and analyze. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's
I've dated people who have like been so upset if I would ever eat without them, lunch, dinner, breakfast, anything. But they would eat without me. You know what I mean? But it was almost like,
yeah, but let's go
this
back to what you
seems on
said.
that
There's
same
something
level.
interesting to you about the penetration. Like, what is it about it that you're just like, I need to go watch somebody else, or people who I'll never meet be penetrated online? Like, that's what brings you pleasure?
What does that have to do with is porn is cheating? We're not talking about my sexuality. We're
It's a
talking about is porn
conversation
cheating.
starter, and you're still having the
That's
conversation.
great.
It's been 13 minutes. If you want to leave, you can leave. You
No,
could have just come
I'm
on
fine,
here and
bud.
said yes or no,
Okay.
but you're still here for a reason.
You want to talk now?
No, I don't want to talk.
All right. I'm sorry. Repeat that.
What is it about you finding pleasure by seeing somebody else get penetrated?
I don't know.
Don't you
Maybe
think
it's
that's
my
a
primary.
don't you think that's an odd thing for a
I don't
grown
know.
man
I
to
don't
say?
know how the brain works. I just know it works the way it does. I can't tell you why I get goosebumps on my arms if a cold breeze goes across them, but it happens. I can't explain it to you, bud. I don't understand physiology. I just react to it.
Somebody could probably explain that, why we get goosebumps when a cold breeze comes by. And we can also explain why people go to pornography, because they're trying to fill some sort of fantasy or void in their life, typically, and they're conditioned to do
I guess
so.
that voyeurism. I guess that's more of a thing. Yeah. That would be a more direct word of it all.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you too, bud.
All right. See you.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye. I got to go potty. I'll be right back. Oh, gosh. Okay, it's freezing in here. I broke that man, LOL. Yeah, you sure did. I'm so broken. What happened to the cute background? I just moved in. I turned my garage into a studio, and I just moved down here, and I haven't put my stuff up in the background yet. But I actually kind of like this. Just light on a wall. It is freezing in Arizona, that's for sure. Yeah, it's 53 degrees, people. I do need, well, I have an air conditioner in here, which I believe has a heater, which I haven't tried yet. Let me try it. It gets in the 20s, Wyatt. It does get cold here. Hey there, what's going on? Hello. Yes, I'm an AZ. What do you recommend to get rid of PED, porn-induced erectile dysfunction? Well, first I actually read an article on this the other day. First, consult a physician. See if there's something physiologically going on there. And if not, then you know it's from the porn. Aaron, are you there? And if it's from the porn, then you got to get off the porn. What are my thoughts on it as a man? I believe if you're in a committed, monogamous relationship with another person, you've said something like, I love you, only you, mind, body, and soul, till death do us part. If you deviate from that, whether it's using another person on a screen or otherwise, that's cheating because you're going against the agreement.
Hello?
Host, hey there, what's going on?
You're talking to the redhead?
I'm talking to Tonya Street,
Tanya, hi.
who appears to have a red head, yes.
Okay, I've never done this before. I saw
Okay.
this. I saw this live last week, and so
Okay.
I've just never was brave enough to say anything about if porn is cheating. I don't consider it cheating because it's not physical, because it's not touch. You know, and I know that's how some people feel.
Is it
But
cheating to send a naked picture of yourself to another person?
yes, it
That's
is.
not physical or not touching either. So why would that be cheating?
I don't know. I don't know because porn's been around for a long time.
Well,
You
hold
know,
on,
and I
hold
know
on,
it's
hold on, hold on, hold on,
entertaining.
hold on. We got to, you said if porn wouldn't be cheating, why would that be cheating?
Yeah, that's a hard. It's a hard question to answer because it's just been around for a long time. I
Well,
just know
that's
that.
what porn is. It's
Yeah,
sending naked pictures around to one another.
true. Oh, you're not talking about porn as in movie DVD porn,
Well, it could be. Pornography
or
is imagery usually depicting an organ or multiple organs of a person with the erotic intent to arouse.
yeah, because that's why I got on here because I just didn't know what you meant by porn. You know, if it was like a picture or video as DVDs that you're watching,
It could be either.
and so that's why I was okay. But if it came to videos, or the DVDs, my husband and I would have been married for 22 years. But if I was to catch him, watching something like that, it would make me feel unsexy,
Mm.
because he's watching other women, and so. But my husband, he don't do anything like that like he used to. He sees me as the sexiest woman that I am. I have changed over the years. And so we all don't stay like we're 18 anymore. And
Hmm.
so, but if it's, DVD, I don't see it as cheating physically. I just see it as, entertaining themselves
Well, if you're
sexually.
if you walked in and your husband right now, and he had his phone in front of him masturbating while watching another woman have sex, what would you think?
It, I wouldn't like it, because we've been married for 22 years. There should be no reason to do that. And I would bite an ear off because I'm from Texas. Sorry if I talk where I'm from. I would probably kill him.
Oh gosh.
And
Okay,
so,
why though? Why?
why? Because it because it makes me feel like I'm just not
It feels
sexy
like
enough
he's
for him.
betraying you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
cheating.
so, okay, that does make sense. So I just didn't know what you had meant. If it was like the DVDs or anything like that.
Well,
So,
first of all, it's 2024.
yeah.
When's the last time you've seen a DVD of anything?
Oh, yeesh. Well, when power goes out, and we get a Texas, snowstorm. Yeah, it does snow down here. Um, that's rare. Uh, but gosh, we used to watch them together though. But
DVDs or
it's
porn?
okay. DVD of porn, yes.
Oh, you used to watch it together. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay to watch together, but just sending him if he was to do something like that. If I was to catch him, I wouldn't like it. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
and so.
So
But
do you
yeah,
think
I
it's
think he
do you
would
think it's
say,
cheating?
"Oh, that's just." I know it's just really hard because it's not physical, but having
Okay,
him
here's the
watching.
question then. When does cheating begin?
I can't answer that. I'm sorry. I just don't know.
Okay. Well, you're
It's a
saying
hard
that
question. I just don't know.
I got that, but just think about it. Using your logic, you're saying porn's not cheating because it's not physical,
Yeah.
but sending a picture would be. So then, according to you, we know physicality isn't the line, right?
I would know that, if he was to send something like that physically to somebody, online, yeah, that is cheating because there is such thing as online cheating. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
sexting and texting, and all that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it does make sense, when it comes to sending stuff and, to somebody else. That does make sense. So I do consider it cheating. But if he
Yeah.
was, to watch or see that stuff on laptop, computer, whatever, I would consider it cheating. So it just makes sense. I just
You
didn't know
would
what you
consider it
meant by
cheating.
what porn he was talking about. So some
Yeah.
people still have them. They just got to blow the dust off the DVD for backup.
Yeah. Totally.
Computers can crash.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks
All
for
righty.
sharing.
Well, yeah, thank you. And I'm
All
sorry I
right.
talked for him.
No problem.
All right,
You
bye.
don't talk funny. All right. Bye bye. The heater works, people. I just turned it on. It for sure works, which I'm very excited about. All right. Hey there. What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks. Are you 18 or over?
Yes.
All right. Is porn cheating?
I think so.
Okay. Why's that?
I mean, I think it takes away intimacy from a relationship. And I don't know. It fucks up your mental when you find your partner, watching it.
Okay. I'm curious. Did you just I heard you leave the room or something. Did you just leave? Is your partner
Yeah,
there or something?
he's sleeping in the other room. I just didn't want him to wake up and
Got it. Okay. Does he
yeah.
watch porn?
Yes.
How's that? How do you feel about that?
It sucks. It hurts. And I mean, we've talked about it multiple times, and it's like every single time he's like, I'll stop, I'll change. Like, I understand how you feel, but you clearly don't if, you're continuing to do that.
Mm-hmm. How long has he been saying that for?
Months.
And have you seen any indication that he's actually working on it?
No. And I mean, every time we do have a conversation about it, it's like, oh, it's an addiction. Oh, it started when I was 12, yada, yada, yada. And it's like he knows it's a problem, but he's not doing anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
And
he must not be that big of a problem for him if he's not doing anything.
right, exactly. But then he'll
Mm-hmm.
sit there and say, oh, I understand how it makes you feel. Like, you clearly don't, though. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How does it make you feel?
I mean,
Like really?
it makes it makes me feel insecure because it's like the things he watches too is so unrealistic compared to how I look too. And,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me feel like I'm not good enough, or, he would rather be with somebody that looks like that. But,
Mm-hmm.
and I've actually talked to him about it, and it's like, he says it has nothing to do with what they look like. And it's like, so why else are you watching it? I don't know. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so painful. And here's the thing is it's not about you. It's not about you. What he's watching has nothing to do with you. You didn't cause him to do that. It's nothing about how you look or do or don't do. It's something going on with him that maybe he's addicted, he can't stop, but that's still not an excuse.
Right.
Why are you sticking around for that? And I'm not suggesting you need to leave. I'm just curious. Like, what is
I
it that
don't know.
keeps you there?
I don't know. I
Okay.
mean, we're coming up on 5 years together. And I don't know, I guess just like that comfortability, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Comfortable with what?
Just like being around him, and like that's really all I know. I don't know.
But are you really comfortable? Because when pornography is discovered, usually it destabilizes a woman's ability to feel safe and comforted in the relationship.
Right.
5 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How long? You said you've only known about this for a couple months. Is that right?
Well, no, I've caught him maybe like year 3, so I guess it's been going on for longer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, I just don't see anything changing.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you're worth being in a relationship where your partner is only having eyes for you?
Yes.
Okay. Then why are you still in that relationship?
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Go wake him up. Let's talk to him.
Oh no. Oh no. Let's not do that.
Some people do it. It's crazy. It's so fun.
I just like, I'm at the point where it's like, I've talked to him multiple times. I just don't think it will ever register to him, like how I feel. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's the conversation you really want to have with him?
I guess for him to just like realize what he's doing and how fucked up it is and how it's affecting our relationship, because I feel like he's content, and to him, he thinks that I don't know that he's doing it. I'm pretty sure, because the last time he told me he would stop, and I haven't really looked like through his phone or anything, because it's like I know it's on there. I just don't want to see it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So you're wanting to tell him how much it
I
hurts you,
don't, I
how
don't see, I don't see, I don't see how talking to him would lead to like anything. And I mean, at this point, I should just leave him. But
so you can't change him. You're right. You can try to. You can try to have a different conversation with a different tone. And here's the thing is with addiction is sometimes giving somebody the gift of desperation is the best thing you can give them. The gift of desperation means when they realize they're about to lose it all. A job, a wife, a kid, a marriage. That could be the greatest act of love for him. Again, I don't know what you need to do, just to be clear. But think about it from that perspective. Most, in my experience, myself included, most guys don't actually want to be watching porn. It's a sick
and
part
he
of them.
says
It's got a
that
grip
too.
on them. Yeah, I got that. But presumably he hasn't experienced the prospect of actually losing anything more than he already has because he's lost his soul to an extent. So think about it from that perspective is what if it is an act of love to really have a level of intensity with him to say, dude, this has got to change. And at the end of the day, if he doesn't change, you got to ask yourself, what will you do if he never changes? Because you can't change him. You can only change yourself.
Right.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
21. So you've been dealing with this for 5 years or so. You have so much life to live. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. But how much more time do you want to spend living like this?
Not a lot.
Yeah. Who else in your life knows that you're dealing with this with your partner?
My brother, that's it.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Is he a good support for you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's good. I love that.
Yeah. I think I know where this is going.
Where's it going?
Me leaving the relationship.
So here's the
I'm
thing.
in denial too, because I don't know. I see so much potential in him, but like he just can't get there himself, and there's only so much I can do, you know.
Yeah, but you can't put your life on hold while somebody figures out if they're going to keep masturbating while watching strangers have sex or not.
Right.
And he can get help. He can clean his act up while not dragging you through the mud.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if he chooses not to, okay. And good for you for like being patient with him and wanting more, and he's a great guy. I'm sure he's a great guy. Right? But, you know, when will you start living your life as though you're worth it? You're worth having that level of commitment in a relationship. I talk to a lot of people, and pretty much I don't know if there's people in their 40s, 50s, or 60s in here right now, but pretty much all of them would be saying, well, you can probably guess what they're saying.
Yeah.
Basically, you don't have to deal with this.
Yeah, I don't.
So what do you want to do?
I mean, ideally, I'd like him to change, but I just don't think that's possible at this point. So,
Well, it's always possible. But the question is, I want a lot of people to change a lot of things about themselves, but what if they don't? Is Heather still here? I don't know if you're still here, Heather. Pulling out the Viktor Frankl quotes. When we are no longer able to change a situation or another person, we are challenged to change ourselves. So you can't change him. You can't change the situation, meaning what he's doing, him betraying you with pornography.
Mm-hmm.
You're challenged to change yourself. Put yourself in a new situation. And again, maybe it's making a plea to him. Hey, man, look, you got a problem. Will you get some help? I talked to some random dude on the internet last night. He said there's hope for you. There's hope for him. I know there is. The question is whether he wants to take it or not, whether he wants to step into that.
Yeah.
Because you can stay there. You can continue, trying to stay in this relationship like it's not bothering you that much. But it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be committed to you. What are you thinking?
I'm just over it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything. Like, yeah, I mean, like, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm. Do you have girlfriends who know what you're dealing with?
No,
Why?
I just don't really have many friends.
You don't have many friends?
I don't, yeah, I mean, I don't have much that I really, like, talk to on a regular basis like that.
Why is that?
They're just not, I've moved out here to be with, him, and I'm just not really, I just don't really have friends here. Like, he's really, like, my main friend, so.
Yeah. Well, and that's tough because he's your main person, but he's also the one who's betraying you the most.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's a real tough situation to be in because you don't really have people to talk to. And it's like what we tend to do is we just suffer in silence and think we're the only one going through something like this and nobody else will understand. Because opening up about it and talking about it is really hard.
Definitely.
What would it look like for you to put yourself first?
If I were to put myself first, I would leave. I feel like I've definitely put myself on the back burner, trying to change him, and that's not really working. So, I mean, yeah, there's my answer, really.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty big leap if that's what you're wanting. Yeah, but if you're really clear on that, my recommendation would be talk to those in your life who you're close with. Your brother sounds like one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somebody, find some girlfriends you can talk to. What about your parents? Are you connected to them?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird topic to talk about with them.
Well, the topic is not my boyfriend looks at porn. The topic is I'm in a situation and I feel like I can't get out and I'm crying by myself at night and I feel like I have nowhere to go. That's the conversation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Would they embrace you if you came to them just with something really hard?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. That's what this is about. This is not about somebody watching porn. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The
If
advice and everything.
yeah, don't stay isolated. That's the worst thing you can do. Is to just suffer in silence. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. I'd love to connect you with people if you want to talk to somebody. Okay. So you
Okay.
can go to the resources in my bio if you'd like. Okay.
I gotcha.
All right. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
Have a good one.
You too. Coach, what's up, man? Ain't spoke on the stream in a minute. Brandon, who are you? Whack it for him so he doesn't have to watch corn. Worst advice in the history of man. You want to come up here and chat, man? Beaver Punch? I absolutely love when you don't remember anyone. I remember a lot of people, Trina. But this Brandon, have I talked to you before? Hey, what's going on, man? Haley, remember you? Yeah, Magic Moonchild, of course. You changed your picture. See, that's how much I remember you. You changed your picture. Hey, what's up, man? Hey there.
You're like that.
What's that?
I didn't even know.
You're breaking up, man. I swear every live you say who are you to someone. I probably do. I mean, I talk to a lot of people. Jason and Bella, have I talked to these people before? Yeah, where's Pradeep? Plot twist, host is in the industry. Host is not in the industry. Hey, what's going on? Hello? Are they snoring? Hello? Hello? Oh, yes, we got a snore. 2 lives in a row. I'm going to leave them on. Hello there.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey. So to answer your question, I definitely think porn is cheating. 100%.
Okay.
And basically, I'm currently going through this situation with my fiance where his porn addiction has turned into physical cheating and has not only been something that, we struggled with in the past and, I thought we handled and dealt with, but at that time, he didn't realize that he had a problem.
Okay.
And so,
You said this is your fiance?
yes, my fiance, my partner of like 6 years now.
Okay. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And, for a lot of people in the comments are saying, it's not cheating. It's, it's not, it is because of the simple fact that it becomes something that they rely on for an outlet. It becomes something that becomes time consuming. And to the point where there's times where my fiance didn't even want to leave the house because he was so ready to go off by himself and do something, or it would interfere with work because he was so ready to do something. And people don't understand that porn it can go from your basic porn to, adventuring into things that you probably wouldn't realistically do in real life, but just to get that, I guess, sense of dopamine from watching it.
Yeah, and you said in your case, your fiance was physically cheating as well?
Yeah, so like at first for the last like 5.5 years, it was more of a online thing. It went from like watching regular porn to OnlyFans to, chatting with girls to then reaching out to past partners just because he knew that those women were going to give him, you know, send him pictures and give him that intimacy over the phone that he wanted.
That's not intimacy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So you've been alongside this guy for the full blown escalation path.
Yeah,
Why?
basically. Well, because, you know, when it first happened 3 years ago, it was something that, you know, I thought we were both in agreement that it was a problem, and that I thought we were working on and was obsolete in our relationship after a certain point. And then we got engaged, and then we gave birth to twins, and it was not something that was brought up again. And when it was more of a, like, are you doing something? And he would be like, no, you know, trust me. It became a manipulative situation. And I never dug into it because I guess, you know, I didn't want to dig into it because I didn't want to find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you kind of knew it was there.
Yeah. And then so more recently, stumbling into it and then seeing that it was taken even a step further has, like, not only destroyed my self-esteem, but my mindset. It has me feeling like I need to perform better and try new things that I'm probably not comfortable with 100% of the time, but because I think it's going to help him stop.
He physically cheated, right?
Yeah, physically cheated.
Okay, he's gone from porn to whatever you said, porn, cam girls, OnlyFans, exchanging pictures with exes, physically cheating, and you think you performing better is going to put a stop to that?
Oh, no, yeah, no. At this point, and mind you, I just found out about the physical cheating part like 3 days ago.
Okay.
So, definitely not.
Yeah, well, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
How mad are you?
I think I'm not even angry. I think I'm more disappointed in myself for feeling like, you know, there was a change, and feeling like, you know, I didn't trust my intuition, and I didn't, you know, trust those walls that I put up. So I think I'm more disappointed in myself, and I'm more sad because it got this far. Like, we had the opportunity to kind of split off 3 years ago when we didn't have kids and we weren't engaged and things like that. So I think I'm just more disappointed.
Yeah, I got that. Okay. I'm on TikTok right now.
Oh, sorry. Hi, friends.
Not right now. She just found out about an affair 3 days ago. Yeah. What would you say to her?
It's okay, I'm listening.
She's thinking. She's got twins too. It's a whirlwind. That's an understatement. Good night. You don't seem as mad as I would expect you to be. That's what I'm wanting to say.
Yeah, I'm getting that a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm getting that a lot from a lot of different friends and family that I've spoken to. And like I said, I think, you know these things. It's people choose to play dumb in relationships or
Well, hold
choose
on.
to kind of push that down.
When did you learn that when something massive happens relationally in your life, to just downplay it because it's not a big deal?
I think over the last couple of years, just kind of trying to grow as a person, I've just like pushed things down to try and make it seem like, you know, life is better than it is.
Yeah. You don't have to share anything specifically, but like, did you have things happen early on in your life to where you had to just downplay it in order to survive?
Oh, most definitely. I was a young mom, and I still am a young mom. I had my first daughter at 15, and I was like, you know, I was a runaway. I was one of those girls that kind of jumped into like boys heavily, and kind of, had to grow up from there on my own.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have a kid at 15 years old. You got to just like figure that out.
Yeah.
Right. So you have a pattern. I'm sure that there's something before that, before you were 15 years old, to where something big happened and you're like, I got to just keep going on. I don't even have time to sit here and be sad.
Yeah. Listen, I lost my dad at a young age. I was raised by a single mom who she put a lot of her efforts into men, and being raised in that environment probably did not help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Trust me. I'm dealing with it.
No, it's okay. Everything's fine, right? We'll just laugh it away.
Exactly. That's what I've done for the last 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And here you are with twins. You just found out your partner's cheating on you, and you're like, yeah, it's fine. What's wrong with me?
yeah. Well, no, not even that. Honestly, I feel like, yeah, there's things that are wrong with me. Like, it makes me finding out he cheated, and then, finding out just how the addiction has spiraled into a more physical problem has made me look at myself and be like, what are you doing? As in, like, why are you not taking care of yourself how you're supposed to, when, and expecting someone else to be there and take care of you when you don't even have your head on right?
Yeah, well, you didn't have people who took care of you when you were young,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So that's your strategy. That's one of your strategies is I'm going to figure it out. I'll take care of myself. Nobody's going to be here to protect me. And by the way, I resonate with your story. I don't know how old you were when your dad died, but I lost my mom when I was 5 years old.
Mine,
It really
that
sucks.
was 7. Yeah.
When it's like, well, what other choice can we make as a little kid? We got to go to school the next day and pretend like everything's okay, right? At least that's how I oriented to it.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm. So when things happen, it's like, well, it's fine. I'll get through this too, which you will. You're strong. But can you sit in the pain of what's going on?
Right now, I think I'm not dealing with it properly. I think right now I'm kind of spiraling. I have, tons of anxiety. I have moments where I kind of just space out, and moments where I just feel overwhelmed, and moments where I hate myself, but then I want to move on with my partner and act like things are normal. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's just a whirlwind of emotions.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So that's,
And you got kids running around.
yeah. Well, he's out tonight.
He's out tonight.
Yeah,
What's he
he's
doing?
out tonight. He went out with some coworkers and some friends to kind of separate himself from me for a while, and me from him.
So he left you at home with the twins so he can go have fun with some friends and coworkers because he needs to be
Ba-
separated from you.
Basically. Yeah. And
What do you
don't get me
what
wrong, it was my idea. It was more so me saying, he was like, I don't want to go, but it was more me saying, I think I need that second to myself.
yeah.
Because, we've been in close quarters the last week since everything's happened. And it just, you can't, it kind of feels like I lost something, whether it was like a piece of me or a sense of like my normal reality. But
Well, you lost all that.
yeah, basically. And I that's another thing. When people don't realize that, porn is, it can do that to you. It can make you feel like you're inadequate, not only for your partner, but for yourself. And it just can really spiral out of control. It can go from something that's innocent and something that you don't think is causing a problem. And a lot of people who have porn addictions will be like, they'll brush it off until it gets to the point where they can't really brush it off anymore because trust me, he's at this point where he's like, I don't want to lose you. I love you. I care a lot about you. You know, we're going to get through this and I'm going to stop for you. But it's like, why did it have to get to this point?
Yeah. What are you hoping to be different in your life?
As far as my relationship or just in general?
Whatever comes to mind. Excuse me.
Honestly, as far as my relationship, I feel like I just want, I don't know, I guess just, and more, I guess more in life, I just want more of a sense of stability.
Mm-hmm.
Because when things like this happen, it makes you feel like everything's a toss up in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. What would it take for you to have more stability in your life?
I guess just separating myself from him at this point and becoming more independent as a person, you know. Like I stopped going to school, I stopped working. I'm a stay-at-home mom now just for this whole relationship. And so he could, you know, go head on for his job. And it just feels like I kind of let myself go in a sense of trying to push him forward. And in my sense of like release, in my sense of when I'm stressed out and frustrated, I go to him, where his was he's stressed out and he's frustrated and he turns to porn.
And other women.
And other women now, yeah.
I think it's time for some boundaries.
Most definitely.
Some good, firm, clear boundaries.
Yeah. I think it's been time for boundaries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know this kind of conversation took a turn into something else, but I've been needing to vent about this, and seeing this chat kind of made me feel like, hey, like, you know, before you guys just instantly go into, no, it's not cheating. It's just having a good time. It's letting yourself go. It can further itself into that. And it might not be the case for everyone. You know, it might just be something fun you do every once in a while for some people. But for some people, it's a serious, like, escape.
Well, I say porn use always escalates. It always escalates into something else. It doesn't always escalate into physical cheating. Did for me, did in your situation. And it's going to continue escalating. Look at what he's done in the past. It will continue to escalate.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what's next for you, but you know, setting some good, clear, firm boundaries, there's going to be part of that. And I just recommend sitting in the pain of what's really going on for you, because you probably experienced many painful moments that you just overlooked. You just went right on through it, because that's one of your strategies. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm going to keep on going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward. That will run its course for you and stop working at some point.
Yeah. Definitely. I definitely agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
No problem. Thanks for
I'm sorry you're in
letting me
that
vent.
situation. I'm glad you got to vent. Yeah, it's good.
Thank
You got to
you.
get it out. All right.
Yeah. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Give me a follow if you guys don't already follow me. The button right up there. And would you like and share this live, please? Also, by the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men who are dealing with porn or sex addiction or other unwanted sexual behavior, as well as women dealing with partner betrayal trauma, the trauma that a partner experiences when a betrayal is discovered. I do weekly coaching groups. We meet on either Tuesday nights or Wednesday mornings. The groups are led by myself and other male contributors for the men's groups, and myself and other female contributors for the women's groups. I have a special guest joining my women's group this week on Tuesday night. Her name is Barb. If you know, you know. She's the best. So now's a great time to join a group. If you're interested, it's $99 a month. It's $99 a month to join the group. We meet for an hour and 15 minutes weekly on Zoom. I also do one-on-one coaching, which is similar to therapy. I'm not a therapist. But if you're interested in that, you can go to the link in my bio. The best place would be to start by booking a discovery call, which is a 30-minute call for $1 where we talk about your situation, if I may be able to help or maybe recommend other resources for you. And if not, no problem. Just give me a follow and watch the live. Do you legally need an LMFT license to be doing any type of mental health work? I don't know. Do you? I'm a coach. If my spouse was here, I'd add him and listen to his part of the addiction, his problem. I'd love to talk to him. Most of the men who I deal with, who I work with, when I ask them the question, who else in your life knows about this problem? The answer is almost always either my partner or my partner and my mom. It's almost always that. Shame festers in the darkness, but it can't stand being spoken to the light. So when we hold things in, the problems get bigger, they get worse, the shame gets worse. But when we speak it to the light, it loses its power. Healing doesn't occur until it's witnessed empathetically. So when we speak things to the light, that's when healing can occur. So if you're struggling with it, consider who can you talk to, who can you be in community with to work on this issue. All right, I'll take another guest. Hey there, what's going on?
Hello, how's it going?
I'm doing good, thanks. Yes, that kid.
First case.
We're in the garage studio. All right, is porn cheating?
I would say no, but I wanna know your opinion. Why do you think it would escalate into physical cheating?
I didn't. I said it can.
Oh, not in all cases, though, is what you're saying.
That's what I said. Yeah, porn use always escalates. It doesn't always escalate into physical cheating, though it can. It did for me. It did for the previous guest I had on.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was just because I watch porn personally, and my girlfriend, she watches porn too. But we love each other. And I have a job where I work away from her. So I don't know if you're alone and you are feeling that type of way. I would say porn is a better outlet than anything else. No.
Well, I would. Well, what kind of argument is that?
Like I don't know. I'm not really trying to argue, but I don't know. It's just I don't personally think there's much wrong with that if you're confident with your partner and you both think that way. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. So why do you? Okay, so you're making the assertion, like, do you only watch porn when you're physically separated from your partner?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so the best idea you have is when you're physically separated from your partner is to go masturbate to other women.
When you put it like that, it doesn't sound very good. No. But
that's
yeah,
how you put it, right? That's what you said, right?
I guess, yeah. And I'm also a Christian, so I do think porn is a sin, personally.
You're a Christian. You got a Bible handy?
Not right now, no.
Okay. What does it mean that you're a Christian?
I believe in Jesus Christ and that he died for my sins and the Bible and stuff.
Okay. And what does that mean for your life?
I try to follow him to the best of my ability, but I slip up, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. I do think porn is wrong. I just don't see how it could manifest into like anything more than porn, personally.
Okay. All right. Well, if you're a Christian and you know that porn's wrong, why do you do it?
That's a good question. I don't know, man. It's I started real young, so it was always just kind of a normal thing, and my friends are real open about it. Like everyone I know is real open about it, my buddies and stuff. And it's just never been like a big taboo topic for me. So I just it seems pretty normal, and it's just been a constant thing in my life, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you. How old are you now?
I'm 20.
20. Okay, so most of your life you've had pornography involved.
Yeah, I seen it first time when I was like really young, and since then it's kind of been a off and on, like not every day, but like pretty often type thing. You know, I saw it probably first time when I was like 12, 13.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you think it's honoring of your partner to masturbate while watching other women have sex?
No, I guess when you put it that way, it doesn't sound like it. No, but
Then why do you do it?
yeah, that's a good point. I just don't, I can't see it as cheating. You know what I mean? Like that's such a strong word to me. I think physically cheating is cheating, cause, but I could see how it's wrong in a sense
All right.
that
Well, okay. So you're a Christian. So can I use Christian concepts here?
yeah, for sure.
Okay. So a wise man named Jesus once said, if you even look at a woman with lustful intent, you've committed adultery with her in your heart.
Okay, yeah, I'm also like I'm new to the religion.
I
I
got it.
didn't grow up Christian, so
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of stuff about it yet. But
Yeah. No problem. So lusting after other women, do you think
yeah,
that that's a problem?
I think so. Yeah, I guess yeah.
Okay. So do you think it would be better for your relationship or do you think it'd be better for your relationship to not lust after other women?
Yeah, yeah. But like, do you think there's? I'm just asking. But do you think there's a difference between porn where you have like, if it was a person that I knew in real life and I was lusting towards them, I feel like that would be a lot worse than a person
Yeah,
on
here
a
you go
screen
with
that
the
you'll
here you go
never.
with the a lot worse thing. I mean,
Okay.
you're talking about gradations of cheating now, of infidelity, of adultery, of
Okay.
lust,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a game you're playing with yourself. It's like it could be worse, so therefore what I'm doing isn't that bad. How
Okay.
about
I see
this?
what you're saying.
How about once you take your eyes off of your partner and put them on another woman and start lusting after that woman? How about that's the problem?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So then the question would be, why not strive for that? And I got it,
Yeah,
man.
I've
You're
tried.
young. You said you're Christian. You're new. Great, no problem.
Yeah, and I've tried to stop before, but it is tougher than it like seems to be or whatever. But it's just I don't know. It's just always just been a thing, and like it's been pretty like you said. A lot of people say only their spouse and their mom know or whatever. Like with my buddies, it was always just something that everyone did, or like I always thought every dude just did it. It was just a normal thing, and I was growing up. It was just pretty typical. So I never
Yeah.
really thought about it in the way that you're talking about it, but I'm understanding more and more as this live goes on, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Good, man. Good. So do you want to make a intentional effort to stop watching porn and start honoring your girlfriend?
Ideally, yeah, that would be good.
Great.
Well, what you think, but like she watches porn too, so I don't really have a problem with it. Like it doesn't make me feel any type of way insecure, and I don't think she would ever cheat on me physically.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. Like I don't know if she would want
Well,
to stop. And like yeah, I
here's the
prefer to have
question. Do you want to be with a woman who's getting off to other guys' eggplants?
that. Nah, no.
Okay.
But
Well,
like
there's your answer.
yeah, but like
Uh,
yeah, I know what you're saying, but like right now, like I love my girlfriend. Like I don't want to ever break up with her because of that. But like yeah, I see what you're saying.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, for sure. My bad if I didn't really know my point or whatever. I was just coming on here just to see what you think.
Hey, no problem, man. That's what we're here for. Just to
For
figure
sure.
out what we think about stuff in life. It's kind of hard.
All right, sounds good. See ya.
Thanks for sharing, man. See ya. Uh, Rudgel Nun. I don't know how to say your name, but I see you there. We'll get to you.
You like that? Yeah, I got
Hey,
a
what's up, man?
question. What can men do to what can men do when they start like thinking about porn?
What can men do when they start thinking about porn? What do you mean?
Yeah, because I mean, there's always some that like start the mindset thinking like, oh, when can I start? When's the first opportunity I could look at porn? Like everybody gets aroused, right? But what's the mitigation strategy?
Like if you want to stop watching porn? I think your connection's spotty.
Right. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Right.
Hello.
So if somebody's trying to stop looking at porn, what do they do when
Well, yeah,
they
so here's the
become
thing.
aroused
You
and
can't-
want to look at porn?
Yeah. You can't help the first look, but you can help the second look. You can't help the first thought, but you can help the second thought. So one, you need to predetermine what are you going to do when the thought comes into your mind? Not if, but when. When the possibility for a lustful temptation to run its course. Right? So think about that. Two, you got to, I mean, this is the holy grail in my opinion of how to ultimately disrupt the thoughts. Is start viewing people as whole beings who are dignified. So when you have the temptation to go masturbate while looking at another woman have sex or whatever, or go stare at certain parts of a person's body, it's like, hold on, no, this is a person who should be dignified in my eyes, because that's how I view people. I don't view them as objects for my sexual pleasure. I view them as whole, dignified people. When you think of somebody as a whole, dignified person, it's very hard to objectify them. Very hard to objectify them, if not impossible, in that moment. Are you there?
So when you're looking at the screen and you know that you're in this virtual setup, how do you look at somebody in that dignified sense?
Well, you got to stop looking at them. I mean, are you talking about like while you're in the act of watching porn? All right, you're cutting in now, man. I got to move on.
I mean, well then what about this masturbation? Because
You're too delayed, man. I'm sorry, I can't. It's too hard.
Hello.
Hey there, what's going on?
Nothing. I finished a lot of my schoolwork.
Good for you.
Next week I have a final and a paper due, and then I'm done with the semester.
Sweet.
I'm
Then
in a
what?
good mood.
Good.
Going to China for
Going to
study abroad.
China. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. What are you studying?
I don't know yet. I have electives, so I kind of want to do calligraphy. I'm really good at writing in Chinese, so I want to do calligraphy also.
Cool. That's awesome. Sorry, I was responding to a comment. Yes, these are recorded. They're on YouTube as well. I live stream to YouTube, so you can watch them on YouTube. All right, so you're going to go to China and do calligraphy?
Yes.
Okay, what does this have to do with porn?
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to let you know that been good. Okay, so let's talk about the porn. I haven't watched any since the last time we spoke. Since before the last time we spoke, actually.
Good for
And I
you.
had a conversation with my boyfriend, and he said he would rather me stop. Out of respect for him, I am stopping. And now that I have the free time, actually, that's what I wanted to get to. I can look at the book because I screenshotted it, and I have free time now that next week.
Which
that I'll be
one?
done.
Unwanted? This one?
Yes.
Yeah,
And I
read the
will
book.
have a time to read it. I'm probably not going to come back on here until I read it so that I can talk about the points of the book. That would be
Yeah.
great.
Well, you don't have to read the whole thing. I mean, read. I'd actually love to hear you come back and tell us what you learned. Read, the first 3, 4, 5 chapters, and then come back and tell me what you think. Because
I would
knowing
love to.
you, and I love how you keep coming back and like giving me updates and stuff. It genuinely, it's really cool. I'd love to just continue hearing your journey.
Yeah,
So,
because porn
yeah.
was such a big part of my life.
Mhm.
And it was like something that was like a guilty pleasure that I've had for a long time, to the point where I was getting desensitized to it.
Mhm.
So I knew that once I was getting desensitized that it was unhealthy, but I didn't think like anything was wrong with it
Yeah.
until I stumbled across your live.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm honored to hear that, and that you're kind of walking that journey out, and your boyfriend is involved in that as well. That's so
Yes.
cool. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I
How long?
actually oh
How long
sorry,
will
you
you
go
be in
first.
China for?
I'll be in China for 6 months.
Whoa. Are you still going to
Yeah.
be able to TikTok from there?
I don't
Well,
know.
you
Hopefully
will
I
be able
will.
to. We might not be able to. Supposedly, it's
Yeah.
getting banned in January.
Oh yeah. I'll be out there in February. So I'll try to rush and read my book before January.
Yeah, do it. Seriously, do it. Because I mean, the latest news I've seen on the TikTok ban is it's not looking good for us here in the United
It's not
States.
looking good at all. I
No.
know.
Which
Yeah.
to the person asking me how coaching is going, it's going great. But if TikTok goes away, stone's on fire. I gotta really hit Instagram and stuff. But yeah. All right. Well,
I
thanks
think
for
you
sharing.
would do great with the Instagram.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you for
No, I
having me.
appreciate that. All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye. Hayden, I see you, man. Good to see you. I look forward to having you back. When are you coming back? Faith Duncan, where are you getting your information from? Right? Like, I saw an article today. I didn't read it. I saw the headline, but basically the government is telling, I think it's Google and Apple, that they have to start like censoring it from search engines. Hey there, what's going on? Hello. Oh, it's just your opinion. Okay, well. Hello, Juan, you there? Juan Santos. You should I should do Twitter live. Why don't I do that?
Hi, I agree with you. It's cheat. Well, it depends on the relationship, but also it's morally corrupt because of the inherent way the industry is ran. It's very rampant with sex trafficking, so it just kind of makes it like, even if it isn't cheating, why would you want to support that type of industry? That's kind of odd to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm not even in the. I don't even put it as far as, willing to have a conversation. Is it cheating? It's just something you shouldn't do. If you don't believe in God, I don't care. Just don't do it, because you don't really know who's in those films. You're not there checking their IDs, and that's just morally bankrupt, because there's a lot of questions that can be left unasked, and I don't want to contribute to something that has that many unasked questions.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for doing what you're doing. We might not have agreed in the beginning, but I agree with you. It's wrong in the sense where they're human beings and you don't know their backstory, and often the backstories are horrible. So it's not really fair to everyone involved.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for sharing.
Have a great day.
You too. Too. Allegedly, they can't stop it working on our phones. We just won't be able to download the update anymore. Yeah. So that's like when Fortnite got banned from Apple, anybody who had it on their phone could keep it, but you couldn't update or download it. Which, who knows if that's how it'll be. I wonder about this, though. If the live studio thing will work. I don't know. But even then, if people don't have their phones, it doesn't matter. Porn is cheating. Changed my mind. That day was a travesty for me. Give me a follow if you guys don't follow me already. If you like my content. If you don't like my content, don't follow me. And if you're interested in coaching, go to the link in my bio. You can schedule a discovery call or join one of my groups. I'd love to walk with you through the process. Hey there, how's it going? Danny Queen? Are you snoring? I think we have another snore. We do. Am I an awful human being for doing things like this? Hello? Wow, she's really out. She probably doesn't have kids, yeah. All right, well, thanks for sharing. It's the price you pay for going to sleep on my live. You get the baby treatment. Hey there, what's going on?
Good on you, man.
Hello. I'm doing good, thanks. Is porn cheating?
To me, yes, and I think it's just based on how I look at it. I wouldn't like talk about morality and all that stuff, but I'm just trying to think in a way of if for example we were to change, because I know people might say no, right? If we were to change who's there in the movies or films, like let's say there's two people, I'm making an example, you're dating one of the sisters and the other one is on porn, then the question is, if the sister finds out that you are fantasizing, you know, would they still change the view? So in that sense, for me, it doesn't matter who it is, whether we think it's somebody in a distant land or close to you, or whether it's a neighbor you're lusting after, whatever the case is, it's still cheating because you're emotionally committing yourself to somebody else other than your partner. That's how I view it.
Got it. Do you watch porn?
I struggled with it, yes, at that point.
But not anymore?
From time to time, I do slip up. I won't lie. I'll be honest.
Got it. Okay. Are you in a relationship?
Not at the moment. No.
Okay. Got it. Excuse me. It's getting late. So how did you form that viewpoint?
Which viewpoint? The one that I have about. So in terms of, okay, so this is how I look at it. Like I was saying earlier on, I think if you have any form of connection outside of your partner, whether it be mentally, sexually, emotionally, and you invest in something else or someone else other than your partner, I would say that would be cheating, because the opposite to cheating is to be faithful, which is to be committed to a person. So that's how I formed it. I just started to think about what's the opposite of cheating, and cheating is to distrust, disown, or to whatever you would have said you were to commit to, you don't commit to that fully, in a way, or you cut a corner. So that's kind of how I was like rationalizing it or thinking through it from my own point of view. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Yeah, I agree. All right. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Do you guys hear the cheering noise when I do that? I gotta go potty again. I'll be right back. All right. Sunflower to Blue. Thanks for subscribing. Art and Framing now. 2 people subscribed tonight. Let's go. Did you guys hear did I wash my hands? No, absolutely not. Do you guys hear the clapping noise when I do that? You don't? You don't hear it. Okay. Not followed, Matt. Subscribed. It's different. When you subscribe on TikTok. Make it louder. Hold on. Did you hear it at all, though? Oh, that's why. Hear it. Now do you hear it? Sweet. Thank you. Is it too loud or is that good? Just enough. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I accidentally let 2 people in. Sorry, I kicked one of you off. Dennis Hugto. No dice. Hey there, what's going on? Prince George. Prince George, you there? Coach, you're going to be amazed by how many likes you're about to get. Why is that?
To ask if porn is cheating.
Is porn cheating?
No.
No. All right, why not? Tell me more. Hello? McKenna?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think because there's no visual or contact. It's just visual stimulation.
Wait, there's no visual?
I mean, there is visual. I drank a little.
Okay.
There's visual stimulation, but there's no physical contact. Unless you have a problem and get jealous and think it's cheating, then maybe.
Okay. Can you turn the TV down?
He's playing games.
Who is? Your partner that watches porn?
I'm not.
Hey there, what's going on? Hello. Steph? Steph 23? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
So I I hit by accident the request button. My bad.
Okay. Do you want to answer the question?
Sure. I think it is cheating.
Okay. All right. Do you want to talk anymore or not? I can just let you go.
I mean, I wasn't prepared to come on here, but I can definitely keep talking. I think that depending on the relationship, a lot of people allow that in their relationship, and that's acceptable. But regardless if it's acceptable or not, I think that porn is problematic for many reasons. And it's like a cancer. It starts out as maybe something innocent, and then it just evolves over time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you been in a relationship with somebody who watches porn?
I have.
And what did you do when you found out that your partner was using it?
I tried to figure it out with him and see if there was a way that this was something that we could get past, and realized that it wasn't. I mean, it was too problematic. It's not something that was copacetic in a relationship. It didn't lend to a healthy relationship in my eyes. So there was no getting around it. It was a deal breaker for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you in a relationship now?
No, not currently.
Do you when you're potentially entering a relationship, do you have conversation about it ahead of time, or?
It's not something that I would speak about up front. I think that if I dated someone long enough and it came up, I would probably, let him know my opinion on the matter and see what he has to say. But I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone that's something that they have to do. That's something that they have to depend on, whether it's to, whatever. Yeah, it's just not something that I could be with someone who feels like they don't have the self-control to not do, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, so at what point, how much do you need to date somebody before you ask that question? I'm just genuinely curious, right? Because if you wait too long, it could be a
Right.
problem.
I mean, I feel like that's something you should probably talk about in the beginning stages. I don't think you should be with someone for a long period of time and then bring it up down the road once you're already invested. I think that if
Mm-hmm.
it's a non-negotiable for you, then it's something that should be addressed up front.
Mm-hmm. I
Maybe
think
not
it's
on the
like
first date,
I think it's
but
like the first 5 minutes of the first date. That's my opinion.
oh, really?
Oh, for sure. You set the tone right out of the
Okay.
gate. Like,
Okay.
hey, what's
I would.
up? I'm Joe. I'm Susie. You want to get coffee? Yeah, sure. All right. Do you watch porn? And then have the conversation right
Really?
there. No, I'm not being literal. I do think it should be very early on though, because if you bond and then porn's discovered, now it's like we're all intertwined with each other and we got to figure it out. But if it's like
Right.
right out of the gate, and one, I think this, I'm speaking off the cuff here, right? But a woman who is willing to have that conversation right away, I think that shows a lot of strength, and it kind of sets the tone for what you're going to tolerate or not in the relationship. Like if you're
I
right
would
there
agree with
saying,
that.
"Hey, man, I won't be in a relationship with somebody who watches porn. I don't care if you do it or not, but just tell me now. And if I find you're lying later, I will leave immediately."
I would agree with that. I allowed my relationship to progress way longer, and before I allowed this conversation to be had. And so, I learned from that. And
Mm-hmm.
if I ever get into a long-term relationship again, that would definitely be something I would address, maybe after the first couple of dates. Probably not within the first 5 minutes, obviously, but you know, I would say after a few dates of really getting to know someone, if they seem like a stand-up guy and someone I would want to continue seeing, then yeah, I mean, I would definitely want to know if that's something that he was heavily into or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm glad we had this chat. You accidentally requested.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Does host assert that the answer is yes? Yes, the host does assert that. I love that question. doesn't work if they lie, though. Oh my gosh, the good girl. You have asked so many times. Oh, and I tried to accept, and it said something went wrong. I don't like when people beg.
Oh.
Hey there, how's it going?
Hello?
Hi there, what's up?
Hi. Sorry, no, I just actually love this conversation. That's pretty awesome. So, the porn thing, is it cheating? To me, I think it's cheating if they're using it way more than if they're putting more attention into that than you in the relationship, then yes.
Is your partner there?
do.
Did I hear somebody else?
Yeah, he's eating bacon right now.
Like a real man.
Fucking right. Well, I was supposed to make an omelet for him, but right now, I'm sorry, babe. So to me, I think that if you're spending more time watching that and then spending on your partner, then yes, I would think that that's disrespectful and not maybe cheating, but
Does he watch porn?
I have not asked him. I just met him
You just met him when?
so we're recently together.
How
So I
many?
don't know. I've
Nine,
never
did you
asked
say
him.
9 days?
9 days we were dating.
You're making him omelets already?
Oh my gosh, yes, and doing his laundry. Oh my god, I'm a sad person. Oh my god, I'm doing his laundry already.
You guys live together?
No, it's my place. Oh, so you're giving me some clarity right now that I did not realize. So thank you.
What do you
But,
What do you mean?
So
There's no. Hold on. 9 days?
Yes.
You're doing his laundry
So
and
I've
making
known
him
him 9
omelets?
days. Of course, I'm gonna make an omelet. I don't care what time it is because I'm. Okay, people probably hate this, but I grew up very old fashioned, so I'm more like, yes, I'm still gonna work as a woman, but also too, I respect the old fashioned values. And I'd be that woman to sit at the door waiting for you to come home and to take off your dirty work boots and say, thank you for working for me today. Appreciate that. So I'm very, yes, I'm going to make him an omelet.
Well, old fashioned. Are you married to him? I know it's only been 9 days, but are you married?
Well, probably back then you'd probably already be that. So no, I'm
Probably
not.
old fashioned generally. I mean, again, you
You'd only
define
be
old
15.
fashioned. But
15.
old fashioned
So, okay,
would
the
be.
value is the more the belief. So I grew up very strict old fashioned, country. And yeah, back then it was very young stuff. Harley, baby, you're fine. For my dog. Yeah. Anyways, but back to the porn thing. I can't agree with that, but my parents would watch that or go to strippers together, and that's okay.
Can I talk to him? Can I talk to your partner?
Sure. I don't know where he is. Babe, did I call you that yet? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Fluff Too Cool. I'm chatting with him on YouTube. He's the only person watching on YouTube right now.
So, they want to ask you something. He just don't want to look at
You can say he wants to ask you something, by the way.
He wants to ask you something. He says no. I think he's embarrassed.
Oh, will you ask
He
him
watches
then? Ask him if he watches porn.
Yes, he watches porn. Not recently.
Does it? Not recently. When's the last time?
I don't watch him. What was the last time you watched porn?
Like 10 days ago.
10 days ago.
10 days ago.
That makes me feel good.
And then he
It's
met
huge.
you. Now he's got bacon and omelets, and you're doing his laundry.
But girls watch that too. Seriously. I think girls probably watch them more than men do, honestly. And I'm probably
That's
girls
not
gonna
true.
hate me right now.
Statistically not true.
Okay, well maybe. Okay, sure. But I know a lot of my. Okay. Well, but yeah. So do you think he's cheating?
Have you guys slept together?
Yes, we finally have. Yes.
How quickly do you generally sleep with somebody after you meet them?
No, I normally wait. I have to have a connection or something like that. It's not just so this is already very fast, but no, I normally meet someone. I have to have a connection, I think.
So this is different than usual?
I was in over 12-year relationship with someone, so yes, I just got out of that a few years ago. So, been on my new healing journey, so recent. But I love this conversation. I'm sorry, did not mean to beg.
It's okay. It's the one thing that drives me nuts. Everybody in the chat knows that. Okay.
Well, sorry, thank you for your time. I apologize.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I brought you on. I didn't have to, but I brought you on.
I know that's what I'm saying. Thank you. And I did not mean to beg. He didn't ask for that. So
That's okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing. And good luck.
yes, thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. I got to go to bed soon. I have interesting people up. That's true. Yeah, every live is different. Omelet before bed. I would love an omelet right now, but I gotta go to bed. Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Not much. Is porn cheating?
Probably.
Probably. Okay.
But
How many
what are your
typically
thoughts?
in
What
my
are your
weekly group
thoughts?
sessions?
What are your
It depends
thoughts?
on the call.
Hold on. What
What's
are your
that?
thoughts on the correlation? What are your thoughts on the correlation between cocaine and pornography use?
On the correlation between them? What do you mean?
Yeah, because bro, cokeheads. How many? Like I don't know in America if it's as common, but a lot of men sniff cocaine and just turn into wanking addicts. They can't stop it. They're obsessed with it. They get addicted to it. Or like if you've got a girl with
I
you.
can barely hear you, man. Tracy, there's a little more than that now. There's like 13 to 15 or so now. Typically. It's a great group. Where do I find these people? They find me. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching and group coaching, both for men dealing with porn or sex addiction and women dealing with betrayal trauma. Hey there, what's going on, John?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. What's up? Is porn cheating?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'm 61 years old. I'm married. I'm gay, and I believe my husband has a porn problem.
Okay. Is he there? Can we get him on?
He is here. I don't know if he'd like to talk. His English isn't all that good, but
Okay. What language do you guys speak?
Spanish.
Okay. So you think he might watch porn, but you're not sure?
No, he's admitted to it.
Okay. And how do you feel about that?
Well, like your topic says, I feel it's cheating, and I do have a problem with it. I'm not happy with it at all. He thinks, he needs to do that for his own health.
He needs to do it what?
He needs to be masturbating for his own health.
He needs to masturbate for his own health?
Yeah, he says that unless he's, ejaculating every so often, that can cause problems.
Okay. What does that have to do with porn?
That's what I asked him. I said, if you're using porn to do that, it's, he just says that it's, what he needs to do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I mean that argument just goes out the window. I need to masturbate. It's like, great, then masturbate. You don't have to watch other people,
and I think
right?
even, yeah, right. But I'm thinking also, even if he's doing it enough to a point where it's affecting our sexual relationship, why it's, that's a problem too.
Mm-hmm.
If it's done to a point where he's avoiding having intimacy with me and having sex with me, so.
How long have you guys been together?
I've been trying, 3.5.
3.5 years?
Yeah.
And how long have you known about the porn?
A few months, I'd say.
And is he even willing to talk about it with you and do something
Yeah,
different?
we're seeing a therapist for couples counseling
Mm-hmm.
because we're tending to have a lot of arguments. But one of his big complaints is, feels like he's not getting enough. And I said, well, I'm always willing. So I don't know why you feel that way. But he's not. And the thing is, when we do have sex, he's always got issues or complaints. And we argue about it because I say, well, I've had plenty of experience over my years and I've never had complaints before. And he says, well, you've never been with me before.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not willing to do the things I want to do. And I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the rub comes in, and then no pun intended. But that's where the conflict comes in, and that's I don't think it's any different for two men or a man or a woman or two
Yeah.
women.
Well, it still feels like a betrayal, right?
Yeah, it kind of does. And there's other issues. There's like we have a considerable age difference.
Mm-hmm.
So but I still even at my age I function just normally fine. Of course,
How old is he?
I don't he's 33 and I'm 61.
That's pretty considerable.
Yep. But of course my drive isn't as much as it was when I was his age, but I still enjoy it. I still function. I still get aroused by him. But that's the thing. It's exact things you've been talking about. I kind of only have eyes for him.
Mm-hmm.
So the interest for me isn't there. I mean, I've looked at it in the past, but those are times when I was either young or single.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And every time I do relationship, it's done. It's just like being with two people at once, I think, or more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I guess that's my beliefs. I have that in my head.
Yeah. Well, there's something else going on, man. It's not about porn and sex. It's about something else. It always is. A longing, a desire. There's conversations that need to be had. Different than what's going on here. I'm sorry you're going through that.
Well, I appreciate it. I kind of brought it up in our therapy that we got away from that because I had previously seen your show here, and I said that's very good. I think I'll bring that up right in front of the therapist, and kind of corner him a little bit and see what the reaction is.
Mm-hmm. And how did that go?
Well, not well, because he got kind of descriptive and graphic about, what actually happens when we have sex. And then he got completely off of, the focus, which was supposed to be, why is he doing that in the first place?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He made it about me.
Yeah.
But I know it's not about me at all.
Yeah. It's not about you, and it's not about porn either. Are you guys still working through that in therapy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to. But I don't know if there's something I'm missing, maybe something I can read up on, and so I'm not reacting with bitterness, anger,
Well, anger is not a problem. but anger turned towards violence or aggression, that's a problem.
Well, no, it comes out in, the argument part,
Yeah.
just having that, getting irritated and easy,
Sure.
exploding everything at that point as it's built up.
Yeah. Anger is your body telling you something's not okay and I want it to change. It's a very resourceful emotion. Anger gets a bad rap a lot.
Yeah.
But what you do with the anger is the question.
That's true. That's a really interesting take.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, man.
And I was just wondering, do you have any books or anything you might recommend for me that might be?
I would recommend this book, Unwanted by Jay Stringer. How Sexual Brokenness Reveals Our Way to Healing.
And just screenshot it so I can look it up.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Thank you very much.
You got it. Take care.
You too. Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Unwanted was a jump scare. Yeah. Heather, it's good to have you around. I always love seeing the OG names. And I'm glad you're doing well. That's how it all started, people. Heather was there almost 2 years ago when I did my TikTok lives, and there was like 8 of us. And then I'm like, hey, if I did a group and charge money for it, would you guys do that? And they were willing to take a leap, and they said yes. And here we are now, a full-time porn coach. Who would have thought? Crazy. Crazy, crazy. It was so helpful and life-changing, man. Everything so much. Yeah, I love that. Hey, and it's a grind, isn't it, Heather? And you're just, way to stick with it. I'm talking about my groups, Haley, by the way, my coaching groups. The lives are okay. You join a coaching group, you really want to do some work, that's where the magic happens. Hey there, what's going on, Kathy?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, what's going
Hello?
on? Is porn cheating?
Yes, it is. I believe it is. I was married to someone who got addicted to porn, and it greatly affected our marriage. And after 24 years, we ended up divorced. It doesn't stay with just watching porn. Sometimes it leads to more, because he would want me to, do things I wasn't comfortable doing. And he got those ideas from watching porn. And then now I'm married to someone else. We've been married for 16 years. And I just discovered in June that for 2 years he's been watching porn at first and then visiting prostitutes. So it's hard to not separate those. Like, to me, I don't think everyone that watches porn needs to act out on it, but those who, and I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing that those who do start seeing prostitutes and doing other things probably started with porn, is my guess.
Well, I'm sorry you're going through that. That's so tough.
It is tough. We've been working on it. I have not left him. I thought I might, but it seems he's truly sorry. And we went to a marriage intensive, and we're working on it.
Yeah.
I want to give him a chance if he's truly sorry, but I won't accept it if it would ever happen again. But how would I know? And he doesn't even know why he did it, which is frustrating to me. Like, I just feel like that question won't leave me. I keep thinking, why? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason, that's for sure. Nobody wakes up one day and says, I'm going to go see a prostitute. They get there over time. Porn use always escalates into something else. It always escalates into something else. It doesn't always escalate into physical cheating or paying for sex, though it does sometimes. But it always escalates into something else. And there's a reason. You won't be able to really move forward until you know the reason. And neither will he. So that,
And I've
that's
asked
how.
him, I've asked him, don't you want to find out why? And he's like, no, I don't think that would help anything, but I think it would.
It's like the only thing that'll help.
Yeah. Okay.
At least to have lasting change. And if you said you did an intensive.
Yes.
Are you working with a therapist or anything?
The intensive included a few follow-up calls, 1 hour follow-up calls. The last call, the counselor talked to us and really recommended that my husband's be accountable to someone, like get some help and be accountable to someone. He has not done that yet, so I'm a little concerned. I think he thinks that the shame and embarrassment he felt and willpower will be enough. I'm not convinced about that. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to be like super hurt and angry with someone you love that much. And because I wasn't there, it's sometimes I even forget it happened, and then I remember, and it's like, oh, I can't believe that this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, so here's the thing: is willpower doesn't work. It's never worked.
Yeah.
I've never seen it work, nor has anybody else who I've studied from. It's a limited strategy.
So how do you know when it's become an addiction?
Well, what I want to say is I think once you cross the line to prostitutes, that's pretty clear.
Okay.
And then saying, yeah, I'll just stop. It's like, But here's how I actually answer that question is, do you think it's a problem? Do you want to stop? Have you tried to stop, and can you stop? I would imagine somebody who's escalated to that point probably has had years or maybe even decades of saying, okay, I'm just watching porn. I don't like this. I feel shame. I want to stop. And then they escalate to something else. And that, maybe it's cam girls or OnlyFans or whatever. It's like, okay, well, now I'm doing this thing. I don't like this. I have shame over it. I want to stop. They don't stop. And then it keeps on escalating. And they don't stop. Right? I don't get as hung up on calling it an addiction or not. I like to just say, is it a problem? And do you want to work on it? And here's the thing is the odds of relapse within 6 months, if you're not getting some sort of professional help, is basically 100%.
Within 6 months. Okay.
Within 6 months. Now, you guys did an intensive, I got that, but he doesn't want to be accountable to anybody. If there's like one thing, in my opinion, that helps the most, it's being in community with what's going on or being accountable to somebody or something.
Right.
Which what that really is bringing the shame to the light. Shame festers in the darkness, but it can't stand being spoken to the light. When you name that shame to the light, it's probably the scariest thing he could ever do. Is to go tell people, loved ones, friends, family, hey, let me tell you guys what I've been doing in my marriage. And I don't know if he has done that at all or not. Has
no, I've told two people that are very close to me, my sister and a good friend. And they've, shared it with their husbands. And one of them, their husband's willing to be an accountability person for him. But I'm not gonna, like my husband has to make that call, in my opinion. I want to show him doing, I've found someone for
he
him that
does.
he really
Yeah.
likes.
Yeah, and that's great. Does that person have experience walking people through this?
No, probably not.
Yeah. So you got to be careful with that as well. And look, obviously I'm biased. I'm a coach. I'd love to talk to him. I'd love to work with him. That's not what this is about. Somebody who's just like it's all bad, okay? But if it's escalated to prostitutes, your buddy from high school is not going to be able to help you with that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
There is a group I heard about. Have you heard of, it's in a church in our town. It's called Pure Desire.
Pure Desire is great. It's a great resource. Yes.
That
Yeah.
would be a good thing for him, maybe? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Pure Desire, I mean, they're one of the oldest, kind of tried and true in the faith community for helping with this.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing with groups as well, is groups are only as good as the leader, who the facilitator who's facilitating them. Right. Now, Pure
Right.
Desire, I believe, has like a whole vetting process and all that. So generally you should be able to trust Pure Desire.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
that's
yeah,
good to know.
that sounds great. And him getting some intentional one-on-one help is going to be a part of this as well. Right?
Okay.
Like I like, how long was the intensive you guys did?
The intensive was 5 days.
5 days. Who did you do that with?
I was through Focus on the Family.
Okay.
And yeah, so there was a female and a male counselor there, and you stayed in a home, and there was 3 other couples as well.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
How long ago did you guys do that?
In October.
Okay. And is he doing the follow-up?
What do you mean? Which follow-up?
You said there's like some one-on-one sessions as a follow-up from that.
Oh, yeah, there's
intensive?
2 follow-up sessions, yes. He speaks to both of us over Zoom
Mm-hmm.
for the follow-ups, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's great. Like, an intensive is great. Doing the follow. I mean, here's the thing. This is not something that is resolved in like 2 or 3 months or 6 months or a year. This is a life's work. Again, doing the math, given your age, I'll assume kind of what age range he's in. This is deeply embedded in him.
Yeah, we're not young. This isn't something that just happens to young people, right?
Right. So it will take a long time. Going to a 5-day intensive and having a couple Zoom calls, it's a great start.
Yeah. I know, and I'm just feeling like, yeah, we needed to start there, but now what? What do I do now?
Well,
What's the
what are
next step?
you doing for your betrayal trauma?
Not a lot. Besides reading, I'm reading a book right now.
What are you reading?
That's helping. It's Shattered Vows.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember the lady's name. DeMoss, I think is the last name.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of praying. I don't know. I have some two people, like I said, very close to me that I can talk to when I'm having a bad day. But it is really like I have lots of good days and I have some really bad days.
Yeah.
So it's very up and down, and I'm definitely grieving.
Yeah, for sure. There's my number one recommendation for people going through betrayal is a book called The Betrayal Bind by Michelle
Okay.
Mays. It's a fantastic book. And
Betrayal
also,
Bind, okay.
yeah, I would highly recommend you getting in community as well. A betrayal some sort of betrayal group?
I kind of tried to look for something like that and I couldn't find anything, but I don't know how to find that.
Well, I have groups as well that are led by myself and other women contributors if you're interested in that. They are hard to find. If you want to chat more about that, you can schedule a call with me using the link in my bio. But it is so important for you to get help as well. This is not just about your husband getting fixed. Because first of all, he's not broken. He just did some bad stuff.
Yeah.
This is about a relationship being restored. This is about us, both people, looking at our whole lives. How did we get here?
Yeah.
And what are we going to do going forward?
Right.
PBS
Building
is a
that
good
trust
podcast
and-
as well. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, building trust, yes, that's obviously part of it, but there's so much to unpack.
Yeah. Okay. I have to just mark down the name of that book. I was so nervous to request
okay.
to join. I've never done this before, but
Yeah, well, if you go to my profile on TikTok and go to my link tree,
okay.
and I have a resources page where I have all the books listed as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And again, if you want to schedule a call, I can talk to you more about my groups. I have, again, groups both for men dealing with porn or sex addiction and women dealing with betrayal trauma. I'd love to chat with you about that.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thanks for sharing. Sorry you're going through that. Man, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot. I feel pretty strong though. Like I remember even before I married him, I was so afraid of being hurt again. And I thought, well, can I do this? And I'm like, yeah, even if the worst would happen, I'll be okay. But it still hurts. I'm not trying to minimize it. It's a weird position I'm in now because I feel like I could be okay without him, but I'm choosing to stay. And that makes me feel strong, actually,
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Yeah. Well, that's great. You are strong. Obviously, it takes a strong person to do that. And
But I'm watching.
exactly. Yeah. If you're not seeing things going in the right direction, it would take strength to make a different decision.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
it would.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night. D, what's up, bro? You're late. I'm getting off. All right. Give me a follow if you guys don't follow me already. If you like my content, if you don't like my content, follow me anyways. Come back and argue with the people in my comments sometime. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men dealing with porn or sex addiction and women dealing with betrayal trauma. I have groups who meet on Tuesday nights or Wednesdays, depending on which group and where you're at. And it's a group of men who are there because they have some sort of unwanted sexual behavior, but really they're wanting something different in their life. And it's a great group of men who are wanting better, to be better men, better spouses, better fathers, better sons. That's what it's all about. Porn and sex addiction is not a porn and sex problem. It's a how you deal with life problem. Women's group is a great group of women who unfortunately are dealing with some sort of betrayal and navigating the ups and downs that come with that, like that previous woman said. Some days I'm doing fine, other days I don't even know what's going on. It's a crazy journey. It's like a bee buzzing around. Yeah, it is not fun. So if you're interested in that, you can schedule a call with me using the link in my bio. A 30-minute call for $1, because my time's only worth $2 an hour. I'm going to put, normally my discovery call is $50. I'm going to put it back up to $50 tomorrow. So if you're interested, do it now. If not, you can pay me $50 tomorrow. That'd be great. Viktor Frankl I'm going to read some good old Viktor Frankl quotes, okay? If you think you're in a situation that can't change or won't change, first of all, there's always hope for you. There's always hope for you. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. In some ways, suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning, such as the meaning of a sacrifice. I could read these all day long. It comes from the book Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, which is all about standing in our agency and our power. Unpopular thought or story. Unpopular thought or story. Well, I dropped my skincare routine. Ow. I threw my back out the other way, putting my 3-year-old socks on. How about that? I don't have a skincare routine. Oh, you're reading Man's Search for Meaning? Good for you. I don't do skincare. The nice camera actually, nice camera makes it, you see everything, right? I mean, look at this. Unpopular thought, I'm going to raise my Discovery Call price tomorrow. I like having it $1 because then it incentivizes people to do it. However, it also incentivizes people to schedule a call and then not show up. It doesn't happen that often, but it just bugs me. So, no, I'm not going to do any more requests tonight. All right. Unpopular thought. Let me go to the news and I'll comment on something. Biden admin says it doesn't have the authority to shoot down mysterious drones as Trump offers action plan. Okay. Suspect in CEO situation hires high-powered New York lawyer. I don't know. Cameras don't hide stress lines. No, they don't. No unpopular opinions tonight. You guys have to tee it up for me. I can't just come up with one because I'll go straight to something that'll get me canceled. I don't want to do that. Just kidding. I won't get canceled. Maybe I will. I don't know. Unpopular opinion, all things controversial. Politics or the church? Oh, yeah, I could. Okay, unpopular opinion. Politics aren't your savior. And the way we do church here in the West has a lot to be desired. Look up Christian nationalism. Genuine question, do you never watch it then? Don't have to answer if you don't want to. I don't anymore. I used to, but after I blew up my marriage after watching a lot of porn and having affairs, I realized that it's not a good tool for me, so I stopped. So no, I don't anymore watch it. Cold over warmth, I would take, I don't know, that's so hard. I live in Arizona. I think, well, warmth as long as there's no humidity. I like Arizona. This discussion is religion-based. Shar, welcome. I've been here for 3 hours. You're the first person to use the word religion. Interesting. You ever have people up who enjoy corn? All the time. I did tonight. Socks in the shower. How do you do that? Unpopular opinion, alcohol is all that great or isn't? I don't think alcohol is great. I rarely drink. Cookies dipped in milk are much better. A nice chocolate, like a Chips Ahoy, brings me back to my childhood. Chips Ahoy and milk. Cold for sleeping, warm for everything else. Yeah, that's good. I hate sleeping hot. -2 this morning? That's crazy. All right, I'm going to bed. Give me a follow if you guys don't follow me already. Go to link in my bio, schedule a call, join a group or not. Make it a great day or not. The choice is always yours. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, separate comforters. Adios.